Yeah, we see the lineup. I'm just waiting to see who's next.
Jay-Z is setting Diddy up because he's the acceptable monster.
Hey DS, have you heard the latest? Jay-Z, known for his calm and confident style, was recently seen in tears asking for help. The man who always seems in control had a rare moment of vulnerability. What could have shaken him like this?
The homo thugs! She talking about Diddy! That's what these down low was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug.
So you hear about stories of Diddy like shooting people, blowing up cars.
Yeah.
Is he this gangster that behind the scenes is that him? Or is that
Shout out to Wendy
William, get ready because this story is about to change everything you thought you knew about Jay-Z. Recently, at a private event, witnesses saw the usually composed rapper in tears, clearly distressed. This vulnerable side of Jay-Z is shocking and has everyone talking. Some say it's the pressure of managing his empire, while others believe it's something more personal. Whatever the reason, it shows even the biggest icons face.
Happy to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to be able to be in a platform like yours to give my opinion. You know, opinion is just like an asshole. Everybody got one. You know what I mean? You know, I give my opinion. And it seems to make a lot of people upset, you know, but then a lot of people love my opinion. That's why you bring me on here. And I really appreciate that, brother. I just want to say this before we get started, Art, is that, you know, a lot of people think I came here to bring a black man down. And that's what I hear in the comments a whole lot. But it was nothing like that. You know, a black man didn't cuss a dead man's mother out. A black man didn't set his friends up and put them in a situation where they couldn't come home to their families no more. A black man didn't reach back and help the people that helped them make it up the ladder. It was Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I got tired of Puffy going on different platforms talking about how he loved the people that we was all with, how he loved the people that helped him, when in fact, none of that stuff was true. So my whole thing about it is, man, I appreciate your platform for letting me, you know, voice my opinion. And like I said, opinions like an asshole. Some of these cats out here get paid for their asshole. I get paid to give my opinion.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, yeah, you just on here giving your opinion, man. I mean, you was one of the people that was real close to the situation, so why not?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So with that being said, right, the last interview me and you did was a day after the raid. And when you look at everything now, man, how you feel about everything? It's been like a week, you know, you knowing Diddy, you being around Diddy. Could you ever imagine that his houses would get raided for sex trafficking?
Bruh, you can't imagine no stuff like that. You understand? You can't think that because back then, he wasn't Brother Love. He was Puffy. All the way up until he became Diddy. So his behavior over the years has changed. And the behavior that he shows now and that he has shown.
We don't have all the details yet, but insiders are sharing shocking revelations. Some say Jay-Z was crying out for help, as if desperate for someone to save him, while others describe him as utterly broken by an unbearable truth. This moment could be historic. The paparazzi are circling, hoping to capture Jay at his most vulnerable. But his team is fiercely protecting him, keeping everything tightly under wraps. Despite their efforts, the buzz is growing, and fans are flooding social media with speculation, trying to figure out what's behind Jay-Z's emotional breakdown.
My jaw is in Yonkers. My jaw was still wired shut.
This is when you got signed. I heard about the story.
This is when he knew he would sign me.
Okay.
My jaw was wide shut, and the locks that got signed first to Puff, and D from our fathers, Darren, he bought me, gave me the Puff. And one thing I respect about Puff, one thing I respect about him, and real shit, is that at least he told me to my face what he felt. And when D told Puff, he said, "Yo, if you like the locks, you're gonna love X." And I spit or whatever, and he was like, his voice is too rough, he's not marketable. Didn't like it, but I had to respect it.
He fucked up. Let's make some noise from Puff fucking up.
Hold up. He came right behind and tried to clean up. So maybe 3 weeks later, when he found out I was getting signed for Def Jam, he was like, "Yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets." I'm like, nah, homie. Because if you didn't see the beast that I was,
what point did he tell you that? What point?
I thought like maybe 3 weeks after I got signed to Def Jam. He's like, "Yo, I'll lace your pockets. I'll double what they gave you and lace your pockets." I'm like, "Nah, I'm cool."
So it's a legendary story.
Yeah, you didn't know. I said, but I respect that about Puff.
Right.
I mean, because a lot of motherfuckers they see you on a wild goose. They won't tell you. They're like, "Oh, call me later, call me later."
Yeah, industry. So
I respect the fact that he told me to my face. He said, "You know what? Your voice is too rough. You're not marketable." So at least he was willing to. In my mind, what I think he's saying is, work on this.
Right.
So, Ax, listen.
Constructive criticism.
It's a famous story that said that when you and Jay-Z battled, right? Because this battle happened, right? Correct?
A couple times.
It wasn't just once.
Nah.
So when you
when the people tend to refer to it, what happened backstage.
We heard that Big L had recorded that one battle.
They said that Big L
That's
recorded
crazy by
that
itself.
battle. Do you remember Big L being there?
Vaguely.
No, I can't say
Not
that.
at all.
I know Big L. I know Big L. I'm a
Right.
As the story develops, wild theories are flying. While many are sending Jay's messages of support, reminding him they got his back. That's the paradox of being a legend. Everyone wants a piece of you at the top, but it's when you stumble that the real test begins. The big question now is whether he can rise from this, turning his pain into strength and coming back even stronger. All eyes are on him, waiting to see if he'll transform this moment of vulnerability into...
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend? Claudia.
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary fucking aneurysm. Just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the fuck was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is fucking you. And the boss's boss don't get no fuck. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get f***ed over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go, nowhere. Which is where people like me step in. You right, I go to Diddy parties to walk mother out, cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come.
So let me ask you, because I look at Gabriel Union, and when you mention things like Jay-Z's time is coming for him, then I look at Beyonce. And I say that, women do have a...
That country album, and any of you that buy that shit, stupid as shit.
You don't give it no
trap music with goddamn a holster and a hat.
But she remade Jolene.
Will Jay-Z rise from the ashes of this moment, or is this the start of a downward spiral? Only time will tell, but one thing's clear. The world is watching, and the stakes are higher than ever. The story is far from over, and the rumors are wild. You won't believe the theories circulating about why Jay might have been crying for help. Speculation is everywhere, from fans in the streets to commentators on TV. The buzz is intense as everyone tries to figure out what pushed Jay to this breaking point. Next vice. The internet is buzzing with wild theories about what could have caused Jay-Z's public breakdown. Fans are speculating about everything from secret love children to shady business deals gone wrong. But the most common theory is that the pressure of being at the top finally caught up with him. Jay-Z isn't just a rapper. He's a mogul with ventures in music, fashion, and sports. With all that success comes immense stress. Fans are now pointing to his lyrics, saying he's hinted at the weight he carries for years. Beyond business, his personal life, his marriage to Beyonce, friendships in the industry, and even tragedies like the loss of his nephew has been constantly scrutinized. It's no surprise that the pressure would take a toll. Psychologists are weighing in too, noting that even the strongest people have breaking points. They're highlighting how celebrity culture magnifies every mistake and treats vulnerability as weakness.
Interesting, because she's a brilliant musician, and she was trained at the esteemed Berkeley College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyonce's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyonce to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough, because she just...
In a world where image is everything, showing emotion can feel risky, yet Jay-Z's tears are resonating with many. Fans are flooding social media with support, sharing their own stories of struggle and triumph, emphasizing that even icons are human. Fellow celebrities are also stepping in, offering encouragement and using this moment to open up about their own battles with anxiety and depression, recognizing the toll fame takes on mental health. However, not everyone is sympathetic. Some critics claim Jay-Z's tears are a PR stunt to generate buzz for his latest project, accusing him of using emotions for personal gain. Others argue that his vulnerability feels out of touch with the struggles of ordinary people, highlighting the contrast between his luxurious lifestyle and the hardships many face. Despite the differing opinions, one thing is certain. Jay-Z's moment of vulnerability has sparked important conversations about mental health, success, and the double standards public figures face in a world where authenticity often takes a backseat to image.
Pimp C wasn't bad enough. You just want to go down there and you want to just remove all of the balls from every real gangster in Houston. Why did that house burn up? Who the fuck goes to their childhood house for a visit and the shit goes up in flames?
That was very weird. The next day, within the week?
The next day.
The next day.
And still, no real investigation on how the house just went up in flames.
Man.
I guess they paid y'all off. Like they paid y'all off for that Astro World.
So, let me ask you.
Texas politics.
Yeah, Texas politics, man. It's that right there. We're gonna talk about the episode. But for right now, I just got to get your take on when we see a Killer Mike win 3 Grammys.
And get arrested immediately after because Jay-Z paid somebody up just so he couldn't have a good night. You Sean.
Hey, man.
Weirdo. Oof. Don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me. Ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
That's a good break. That's a good breaking.
So buckle up, this story is far from over. Will Jay-Z's emotional moment spark real change in the industry, encouraging others to speak out about their struggles? Or will it fade away as just another blip in the world of celebrity gossip? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. The world is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. But wait, there's more beneath the surface. Insiders are buzzing about the potential long-term effects this could have on Jay-Z's career and personal life. Could this public cry for help reshape how we view vulnerability in high-profile figures? This is the kind of story that could change everything. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss a single detail.
Doesn't have the right people behind her, like somebody like trying to help organize and shit like that. But I do see
I got the right people behind me, but everybody can be bought. Sean Carter has been buying companies and stopping my projects for 15 years.
Oh, Mr. Diddy, aka Mr. Love. Now, Dr.
No,
Love,
Sean Carter.
Jay. Okay. That's why it's fuck Rock Nation. Hey. Wow.
I'ma tell everybody about Big L, Sean.
Big L?
I would just rather do it on the stand, Sean. Please sue me. I want to go to court. And I want to talk about Big L on the stand.
Wow. What's your thoughts about Dame Dash?
Dame Dash got fucked over by somebody who was supposed to be his friend. I'm going to tell you something right now, Sean, because I know you're watching. Or you have someone watching. I'm going to admit something right here on AT2 channel that I've never admitted before. People think I'm a snitch. The truth is I'm the best secret keeper in the world. I keep secrets even what I'm about to say my husband don't know. I started fucking Big L when I was 14 years old.
Whoa.
We kept it on the low because I was young. You didn't know that, Sean. And you don't know everything that L told me about you. Please sue me. I want to go to court.
Wow.
I want to tell everybody in the world all the things that Big L told me about you when I was fucking him.
So this Big L is associated.
Big L is the one that put Jay-Z on.
Wow.
Jay-Z was the last person to see Big L alive.
Wait, so this Big L person is not living on this earth no more?
He's been dead for years. His death made it possible for reasonable doubt to live.
Whoa.
See how good I keep secrets, Sean? And I'm gonna tell you something else, and I'll give you this.
Jay-Z's public tears are sending shockwaves through the industry, and this could be a defining moment for his career. All eyes are on him to see how he handles the fallout. Rumors suggest his team is working overtime to manage the narrative, framing this as a moment of real vulnerability, a chance to show his human side. But will the public buy it? In a world where image is everything, crying in public is a bold move. Some believe this could work in Jay-Z's favor, helping him connect with fans on a deeper level, showing that he's more than a money-making mogul. If handled well, this raw emotion could actually boost his credibility. However, there are concerns. Critics argue that the tears might seem staged, an attempt to grab attention. In the competitive world of hip-hop, vulnerability can be seen as weakness. There's also the question of how this will affect his massive business empire. With investments in music,
L fuck better than you do, nigga. I'd rather be with that dead man than ever be with you.
So how do you know how Jay-Z get down? You know that from experience, or?
Don't worry about that part. I'll tell it on the stand.
Oh wow.
When he takes me to court for defamation of character, I'll tell him how well I know you should.
Big L was a rapper in the 90s who was signed to Columbia Records. Unfortunately, he died on February 15, 1999 in New York City. He was killed in a drive-by shooting. Gerard Woodley would later be charged for the crime 3 months later. He was Big L's childhood friend. Jag went live on IG and actually gave more context. This is from her interview with Real Life Productions.
I have never had anything to say about Mr. Sean Carter other than the fact that we had a pleasant working relationship and he was an excellent businessman.
21 years.
21 years. And after 21 years, what I will say to you is this.
Somebody stole my Black Power earrings at the spot. Rewap, I need some more.
You even heard him spit a rhyme. Was at an MC battle, street battle in New York. But he didn't show up as Jay-Z. He didn't show up as the hottest rapper on the street. He showed up as a nigga that was with Big L.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Big L.
Rest in peace.
One of the dopest. One of the dopest.
Yes. Big L was who put Jay-Z on.
Without question.
And then Big L died, and the next thing you know, Jay-Z. And then, you know, he starts clienteling with Tupac and clienteling with Biggie and doing songs with Biggie and building a working, you know, camaraderie with Honeycomb.
Rest in peace.